We're here at the Denver Gem Show!
Every fall, we visit Denver, Colorado to shop at the most underrated gem shows in the country. These shows, particularly the ones at the National Western Complex and the Coliseum, which we'll be showing in this video, are becoming a real destination for jade shoppers. The jade industry in the USA is a well-connected group of professionals passionate about jade, and we love getting to see each other and our jade customers as much as possible. With Tucson in January, February, and the Monterey Bay Jade Festival in June, having Denver in September fills the gap so that shoppers don't have to go too long without their jade fix. This year's show was extra special. While I stayed in Colorado to help Mason K at the office, Hunter traveled one state over with jade carvers Justin Barrett and Shane Zach to go jade hunting in Wyoming's alluvial jade deposits. This video features all the jades we saw on our trip and a special look into the sagebrush-covered basin of central Wyoming where jade is found. We've made it into Denver just in time for our jade dinner, where we're going to meet with a whole bunch of jade carvers and sellers who are in town for the show. I don't think people realize how connected the jade industry is. It's a small community here in the US, so carvers and sellers always try to get together when they're in the same town for a show. It's how we stay up to date on new information so that we can all better educate jade customers. The jade dinner last night was a huge success. It was so great to see everyone and be inspired by other jade professionals. Today, we're going into the Mason K home office in Centennial, Colorado. It's not really open to the public because it's by appointment only, but they're letting us in so that we can help Chris set up for her new live streaming studio, and they're gonna give us a sneak peek at never before seen inventory. This afternoon, we're going to go to the Denver Gem Shows at the National Western Complex and the Denver Coliseum to see all of our favorite jade vendors, so be sure to watch this video all the way through. We've got Chris's new microphone for her new studio. So Mason K has been live streaming on Instagram for over a year, but they were ready to upgrade their setup to stream to multiple platforms using multiple cameras. Hunter, tell us what we're doing here.
We are setting up Chris's new streaming for Instagram Lives. And it is complicated. We're making a whole bunch of devices that aren't supposed to work together, which is practically black magic. But it's working. So we'll be ready soon.
Using an iPhone and a Samsung phone as webcams for a PC was not as easy as we thought. But once everything was connected, Hunter walked Chris through a tutorial of the software while I went to see what Jeff was up to. We're in Jeff's office at Mason K. Jeff is one of the leading experts in the country on jade testing and valuation, and he wants to show a piece that came in for testing recently.
Well, actually it came in for offer, and we were excited because it looked nice and it looked like maybe something we'd want to buy. But of course, the first thing we do is test. And we put it on the refractometer and got an RI, and the RI told us that it was quartz, not jade, in the quartzite family. Beautiful imitation of jade, but not jade.
And that's why you do what you do, huh?
Of course. We test everything that comes in, so we make sure we only buy natural jadeite jade.
If that had been jadeite jade, what would have been the next step in testing?
The next step would be to take it over to the infrared spectrometer, put it in here, turn it on obviously first, it's not on right now, and test it for the existence of polymer or resin inside the stone. Because there are stones that are jadeite, but not natural, they're treated. And the most common treatment today is polymer or resin impregnation. So that's the second thing we would have done had it tested positive for jadeite. Well, the third thing we would have done, although it's really not much of a risk in this stone because of its color, if it passed those first two tests, would be to test it for dye. But as I say, this color is not necessarily a dyed looking color, so I wouldn't have been so suspicious. However, we have to do that, so if it did pass the first two tests, we would test it for dye as well. And only if it passed that one as well would we consider a purchase.
How do you test it for dye?
We use our old-fashioned visible light spectrometer. That's an old one. You can use UV vis, but that's a much more sophisticated piece of equipment for a lot more money. At this time, at least, we don't use UV vis because we really don't need it. We have other equipment that does the job.
All right, we've moved the setup into Chris's office. Chris's daughter, Sophie, is helping us model.
There would be no reason why we'd ever need this color.
What would
did you use that for?
Once the lights were up and the sound check was done, Hunter was free to work on stringing jade bracelets, and I got to check out Mason K's new inventory, some of which hasn't even hit the site yet, like this ice jade saddle ring and this crazy rare bangle that Chris affectionately calls Fire and Ice because of its vivid orange color set against a backdrop of translucent ice jade. Have you ever seen anything like this? It was a little too big for me, but I won't hold that against it. The bangle would go really nicely with these red and white jade beads, which I had actually seen before because Hunter is the one who strung them. I am so glad I got to see this lavender jade bangle in person. We'll be exhibiting with Mason K again in Tucson next year, but that's quite a few months away, so many of these pieces will sell over the holidays, and I was afraid I wouldn't get to see them first. This fish carving is a really special piece that looks even better in person. And this watery disc is so rare, it has actually been 2 or 3 years since I've seen anything of similar size and quality in this shape. This Guatemalan blue jade bangle has a bright pop of green, which is crazy unusual. And Chris also showed me some of their pre-production pieces that are waiting to be set in jewelry. I can't wait to see what Mason K is going to do with these carvings.
We're here at the Denver Gem Show!
Gem shows are always better with friends, so we brought my sister Bailey with us this year. I didn't realize before that the National Western Complex and the Denver Coliseum are 2 separate shows. The show inside the actual Denver Coliseum was closed for the last few years, and this year was its grand reopening. Yaxtoon Minerals had 2 booths this year, one in the paddock at National Western, and one inside the Coliseum with Just-In Jade.
We're looking at a piece of big Sur Jade that had a rind on it, so I was able to take the rind off and polish it down. I dove in the water. I found this. It was all black when I found it. It had a silver rind on it, which is common in big Sur. And so I ended up taking the rind off of this, and it gave way to this nice gray and light green cobblestone. And this is similar. It was black all to start. I really like this piece because it's a good representation of what big Sur Jade is. It's a nice color, translucency, nice chatoyant swirls that go through it.
What is the black?
The black is manganese. So where the magnesium-rich areas are to oxidize, you get the manganese in it. It soaks into all the cracks and gives it that kind of silvery black look. Almost looks like graphite. So when you get the reds, it's iron. And then when you get the blacks and the silvers, it's more manganese.
Ooh.
All silver. This is what they look like on the outside. And then you can see when you get up to the really nice parts of the silver, they glow.
So could you polish this away?
Yeah.
Kind of like a regular rind?
It end up looking like that. It's a very similar stone to this.
Very cool. So beautiful. You might recognize some of Justin's artwork from our 2025 Monterey Bay Jade Festival video, where we visited his jade carving workshop in California. There is a link to that video in the description if you want to check it out. Justin is a carver who dives for jade off the coast of California. He specializes in big Sur Jade and also deals in jade from other locales such as Wyoming, Canada, Russia, Guatemala, and more. Later in this video, you'll see Justin, Shane, and Hunter hunting for jade in Wyoming. Specimens like these are what they'll be looking for. And this is what Wyoming Nephrite jade looks like when it's polished and turned into jewelry. Okay, so tell me what I'm looking at.
You're looking at polar, cassiar, some cucho, and some other different grades of BC.
All Canadian.
Okay.
Golly, it looks so good.
Well, open this up.
Which one is your favorite?
Oh, this one? So this was a piece that's really dear to my heart because I had a friend of mine in the 90s who found this piece of jade on the beach, and I was always intrigued by it. And when he moved away a few years ago, he brought it over to my house and said, hey, I'd like you to have this. You always loved it when you were a kid. And so this is the only piece I've carved out of it. This is the pod of the same jade that the beaded bracelet I sold the other day was, that bright green. It just has that matte finish, so it doesn't kind of absorb the light the same way.
Yeah. Oh, I like the contrast between the
This is a unbelievably tight big Sur Jade. most Big Sur Jade won't take an edge like that. This has a little bit of feathering in the edge, but for the most part, this is a bright green anomaly from Big Sur. And internally, we have a clacker that's made of Wyoming olive.
Wow.
Tiny little chain link, so everything moves.
New Zealand Marsden Flower Jade. Oh my gosh, it looks amazing. That is crazy. That's beautiful. There we go. Woo! Is it Siberian?
It is Siberian.
Okay.
There's a broken Siberian.
Okay, so not number 7, right?
Yep.
It is number 7? This is number 7?
Yeah.
Does it have any chatoyancy?
It has the shimmer just a little bit. See?
Oh my gosh, I can see it.
That's close, yeah.
Okay, how is it shimmering? What's happening?
There's a pattern. See the pops in the color? There's a pattern right through here.
Yeah.
As you turn it, you can see how it has that little bit of turny, like shimmer in
From the fibers.
These nice green dots are like darker green kind of pops throughout the really light stuff.
Wow.
So that's old stock number 7.
Old stock number 7 is flipping phenomenal. Justin was sharing a booth with YEMSTONE Minerals, a Guatemalan jade supplier out of Mexico owned by Luke Miller. YEMSTONE sells rough Guatemalan jade to carvers, but also staffs a team of talented jade artists who create finished jewelry and jade art. Hunter, what is this symbol that looks like Hello Kitty? This was carved by Brainer Brenes, a talented jade carver in Guatemala. Hunter and I met Brainer when we attended the Congress of Latin American Jade Carvers, and he's been a huge help to members of the JOTT Discord by sharing his knowledge and expertise in Guatemalan jade. Guatemalan lilac. YEMSTONE supplies collectors with one-of-a-kind jade sculptures from some of the top jade artists in this hemisphere, such as Noé Sanchez of Mexico. You might remember from our visit to the Guatemalan jade mines and the Congress of Latin American Jade Carvers that this sculpture doubles as an incense burner. In that same video, you can also see more of this sculpture from Ricardo Vega. Once we wrapped up at the Coliseum, it was only a 4-minute walk to Freshwater Jade at the Blue Bead and Rock Shop booth. Shane Zach is a jade carver and rough supplier out of Wisconsin. He and Justin Barrett will be traveling to Suzhou, China this October to compete in Zhigong Bay, a highly prestigious international jade carving competition. Lars will be Shane's competition piece. You may remember this sculpture of a Japanese rhinoceros beetle carved in Wyoming Nephrite from this year's Monterey Bay Jade Festival video. But did you know it can do this? Both Nephrite Jade and Jadeite Jade can produce sound due to a characteristic called sonority, but only in fine qualities. Even some fine jade specimens, once finished, don't produce the ping sound, especially if they have fracture. And the sound can vary from piece to piece depending on the microstructure of the jade. Since the boys are going to Wyoming later in this video, I ought to show you more of what they're going to be looking for. This color is called Wyoming Emerald and is highly desirable. Shane calls these earrings the Wicked Witch of the West because of the natural shape that formed inside this jade
Which I
stone.
think is really cool, and the fact that it's on like 2 of the 3 sides, I think is
So
special,
translucent.
right?
Yeah. Wyoming Turtleback Jade is essentially a bunch of pseudomorphs together where the cluster of quartz crystals have all been replaced by nephrite.
I mean, it's
Is
cool.
this a crystal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's a crystal, that's a crystal. I mean, basically this entire slab is pseudomorph.
This unusual phenomenon in nephrite seems to be unique to Wyoming, making Wyoming Turtleback a collector's stone. This slab is extra special because it is both Wyoming Turtleback and a border jade.
I kind of like the idea that like if you wanted to, you could wear them like that.
Yeah.
Or just have them kind of tiered, but I think they're cool all stacked like this. They're land snails. They're land snails from Wisconsin.
That color is crazy.
It's just gorgeous.
This
Kind of spiral.
Whoa!
So it's like it gets thin there, and it's you know, you can see the translucence.
Going in the intro. Oh, remember this? Shane's rabbit carving, featured in the Monterey Bay Jade Festival video, has a secret that I didn't know at the time. The translucency in the rabbit's ears glow a fiery orange red, adding to the realism of the piece.
You know,
So crazy.
yeah, it's a cool stone. That is also a jade from Wyoming, but it has these quartz inclusions.
And just to clarify, it's an inclusion
It's an inclusion.
and not a pseudomorph.
And not a pseudomorph. This is quartz.
Shane had a collection of bracelets at this show, including this Jades of the World bracelet, but all of them sold. He seems to sell out fast, so if you want to commission him for a bracelet, you can reach out to him on Instagram at Freshwater Jade. I do have my heart set on a bracelet, but since he always sells them before I get to his booth, I had to find something else to buy. I settled on these Guatemalan Jadeite jade earrings. The lighting at the show wasn't great, so I took this video of them outside, but honestly, they still look way better in person. Austin, the owner of Blue Bead and Rock Shop, brought me a very convincing jade simulant to share with the JOTT audience. Here's what he has to say.
This is a nice little cinder from Wyoming, but it's a cinder of Epidote. You know, quartz. It's another little jade nephrite lookalike.
How can you tell that it's Epidote and not jade?
So when you look at the side, one of the big points is just the way how it breaks off and cleaves on the side. You can see that it's got conical breaks on the side here, and it doesn't have, if you look really close, even with the light a little bit, you'll see it even sparkles a little bit. You shouldn't get any of that through there. See that?
Wow, yeah.
And then when you come through from the surface, you'll see it actually gets a glacier light that's broken up all over the
And
place.
the color
that's-
too, right?
Yep. Well, the color, you can get jades in this color.
Okay.
You got bull canyons that are beautiful. That's why it's such a good fake.
Oh.
You know, it could be like, when I first looked at it, I thought maybe it was a possible weird bull canyon piece or something, you know, with that kind of color. But it's definitely not. You see the way it's broken up. It goes back and forth real glassy like here.
Yeah.
That's where the quartz and epidotes are thrown together. Yeah, pretty neat, huh?
On the way to the paddock, we saw Bennett Gems. Out of respect for them, I don't want to share too much of their booth because they are wholesale only. You can also catch them in Tucson at the Keno Gem Show. We had to go downstairs and over to the next building to find the other Yaxtoon booth and Mark Allen Jewelry. Mark Allen's booth has moved to the hall between the paddock and the arena, so they had a much better location this year.
It's been wonderful. We had the first weekend was fabulous. Second weekend, that's this weekend. Look at the crowds.
What's selling in jade?
Well, in jade, bangles always. Bangles always selling jade.
How many millimeters do you think that is?
Like 80, yeah, maybe 80, yeah.
I can put it all the way up my arm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a beautiful piece.
yeah, 82.
We told him we need a bigger size, so that's what he said.
Yeah, that's good to know.
Yeah, they're more flexible. It's like a flexibility thing.
A fabulous piece.
Oh,
It's hand carved. It's jadeite jade. It's got 30 different colors on it.
this is laser engraved, so this is
Laser engraved Guatemalan jade. Mark always has really beautiful Maw Sit Sit. It's such a rare stone that I almost never get to see except for at his booth.
It's a beautiful, beautiful rich color. And this is mine now. There is no more of this.
There's Lily and Carter. We found Lily, Carter, Alvaro, and Luke at the Yaxtoon booth in the paddock of National Western Complex. This is Lily. This is what Lily's wearing. Lots of blue.
Shout out to Ryan Spangler.
So she is Guatemalan.
Yaxtoon. Kirk Brock.
Big Sur.
Yaxtoon.
Guatemalan.
Oh, my grandmother's ring, Burmese jade.
She's representing. She's got everything. She's got Burmese, she's got Guatemalan, she's got Nephrite. I love it. Remember Carter? He's a lapidary that specializes in keycaps for keyboards.
This is a keyboard with Guatemalan Jadeite keycaps.
From who?
The keycaps are made by me. My business is Keycap Quarry. They can just come off and on. So this is like a standardized shape or style of like hardware that mechanical keyboards use, is what they're called. It's called a cherry style switch for those who want to know. And then you can make these artisan keycaps, kind of like jewelry for the keyboard, that just pop right on. And then it
You
works.
just press it.
Yeah.
And then you just use it
So
like a normal
same with
keyboard.
like these keycaps. Yeah, these are the plastic ones, like you buy keycap sets like this.
Right.
This one happens to match the Guatemalan Jade really well. And this is a glass keyboard actually.
Whoa.
Yeah. So in the future, I want to do jade keyboards. Solid.
Yes.
I would use it for gaming.
You would use it for gaming? Okay, okay. Totally
I'm
noticed.
super particular about the height of my keyboard as it relates to my wrist. So that's where I'm really weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Have you ever looked into wrist rests to adjust?
I use my cell phone as my wrist rest.
Yeah, he does.
I've done videos where I put these pokey amethyst keys on the main keys used for gaming, like WASD. And I'll do a video where I'm playing with that. It's
Yeah,
pretty funny.
that's pretty cool. Was this the YAG?
The GAG.
GAG, sorry.
Gadolinium gallium.
Not the yttrium aluminum garnet?
No.
The giggling
The
aluminum garnet?
Actually, Jordan, I'm good. Either one of these works for me.
You'd be okay with either one. You don't have a preference? As long as it's a jade keyboard.
Yeah, so this isn't jade. It's a laser crystal. I don't know how in-depth you want to get. It's made for industrial usage and like lab equipment. But this one had bubbles in it and inclusion, so it wasn't usable. So then they upcycle these buells, is what they're called. They're like, I think it's a buell. It's like a big round piece of crystal that they grew. This is garnet, and then when it has bubbles, people will buy those and upcycle them for jewelry. This was from
Whoa.
Gems of Science and/or Turtle's Hoard. I made these.
You made these?
Everything.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And the
The
bangle,
bangle.
I love. We saw the bangle in Monterey.
Yeah. This is what I brought to the Monterey Bay Jade Festival.
We've seen this before.
Yeah. It
You know, all
has
the
16
oranges.
kinds of jade on it.
Hunter, do you think you can guess what they all are?
No.
Here, let's try it together. Okay, so Guatemalan,
Yep.
Wyoming,
No. It is nephrite.
Nephrite. Is it Big Sur?
No.
What's this one?
New Zealand.
New Zealand. Oh, I was never gonna. Is this also New Zealand?
No.
I don't know. What's this one?
Big Sur.
That's Big Sur.
That's some of Justin's best rock. Yeah.
Guatemalan?
Guatemalan lilac. This is also Guatemalan.
Yeah, Guatemalan black.
That one?
This is Big Sur.
Guatemalan lilac, Guatemalan black. I want to say Italian on the site, but
No.
it's is it a Burmese?
Yep.
It is? Is this Canadian?
Yes. The
BC?
Siberian?
Yep, Siberian.
This is Cassiar.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I love this.
Is this isn't Indo, it must be Canadian.
It's Siberian again.
This is
This
Siberian
is like
again?
the vein 7 or is that what it's called?
Number 7?
Number 7, the really
Oh.
spinachy green one.
Is that
Yeah, oh
Wyoming?
yeah, see the chatoyancy? I should have known.
Yeah, yeah.
Is this Guatemalan?
Yep.
Yes.
Guatemalan green.
That's Guatemalan?
Yeah,
Wyoming?
yeah.
So this is
Where's this
Yemen.
cowl?
Yeah. Oh, you light it up. Yeah, you light it
Yeah.
up.
Okay.
And
That's
then-
Wyoming. And
Yeah.
is that Wyoming?
Yep.
And then back to the lilac.
But what was
yeah.
this one? What was this one?
Guatemalan.
This is
Guatemalan?
I don't know how to say rainbow in Spanish. The word for rainbow in Spanish is what this one is in
Oh.
Guatemalan. And then this is Guatemalan here, the Manzano. Check out this one backlit. So all my keycaps, almost all of them that are able to show translucency or be lit from the back, I do with a translucent bottom. This one is not super translucent,
Whoa.
but check out the color of this stuff.
That
backlit.
color. Hunter, did you see this?
I do.
This stuff's
So,
really rare.
Is this the rainbow?
Yeah.
You seen this piece? I may have had this in Monterey, I may not have. This is Noe Sanchez,
Noe Sanchez? Beautiful.
Seashell by Ricardo Vega. Isn't that incredible?
That looks so good.
It'll look
The
better in your
color
hand.
too, yeah.
Yeah, that was a really special piece.
Like,
really special piece
look
of jade.
look how much bluer. It's like a lavender
No,
blue.
it's
like
phenomenal.
compared.
It's almost like your nail. It's almost
Yeah.
like your fingers. Yeah, yeah. Take a picture of that. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, these colors are crazy. Did you see this fish? The colors?
Yeah, hold that up to the light. It's so crazy.
What? I know! I know! I kind of want it.
Who's at the other booth?
Justin
And Lily.
See,
Yeah.
still see it.
Oh, they do have it flat. That's weird. They usually have it up. I had not seen this. Hunter's gonna want to see this. Say hi, Carter. All right.
This is my other work. This is Guatemalan Jade. It's black jade and emerald jade come with silver and 80 karat gold piece.
Wow, beautiful. Look at that
This is
green.
green jade.
Gorgeous.
Monterey skin.
I'm back at the Mason K office today where we're getting ready for Chris's first live stream in her new studio. Meanwhile, Hunter is actually hunting for jade in Wyoming. Chris did such a great job alternating between the two cameras and delivered an engaging live stream. If you want to catch her online, tune in on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2 p.m. Mountain Time. She's now streaming to Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Let's go find Hunter. Looks like he's in the middle of nowhere.
I'm Hunter. This is Wyoming, and I'm hunting for jade.
Large amounts of jade were extracted from Wyoming from the 1930s on, peaking in the 1970s before dwindling down to extremely small operations and mostly alluvial collection. Jade hunters can easily search for days and find nothing of value, especially if they don't have a trained eye or know where to look. While scenic, the road conditions are hazardous, and it's easy to get lost if you don't know where you're going. The guys set up camp in the basin and walked for miles in search of Wyoming's green gold. Let's see if they found anything.
What they look like when you first find them.
Hunter searched for over 6 hours without finding any jade, while Justin and Shane had much better luck.
Been out jade hunting for a few hours, separated quite a bit. I'm about to meet back up with Shane and Justin. Hey, this is Justin Barrett with Justin Jade. Check out the ones he found. That one's awesome, man. I love that one right there.
Yeah, me too.
It started raining out here, but I want to check in with Shane. He had quite a good haul.
Got some good stones.
Yep.
Got the van stuck. Got it unstuck.
Yep, that's the best part.
It is. And now we're gonna get wet.
Yeah, thanks, Shane. It's a piece Justin found.
Everyone looks so cooked over there. Beware.
So there's some other cool pieces of history out here other than just jade, and Justin's going to tell us about it.
All right, out here when you find these, it's from the 1950s when they would do dogfight training, and like they would train the pilots in the Air Force to shoot boats and other planes. And so they would have like an older plane, like a biplane or a single prop plane, their version of a fighter jet back then. And they would have one guy, a plane in front with a white banner behind it, and they would be flying around, and then the fighter planes would come around and they would shoot the white banner. And then also they would go over here to these big rocks out here, and they would use the rocks or the mounds of rock, and they would shoot those as if they were submarines or boats. And so out here in the desert, you find all these 50 caliber and even 25 millimeter big shells like this. And every once in a while you'll come across and you'll actually find the bullets that have hit the ground and kind of stuck in the sand. And so it's pretty cool. It's a piece of history. I learned all this from one of the old timers who passed away last year, who used to come out here with his mom and dad
back in the 50s and 60s. And he said that earlier on, before he was born, they would tell him the stories about seeing the plains while they were jade hunting above their heads doing this.
After 6 or 7 hours, Hunter did eventually find a few small Wyoming slicks, but it was not easy. The carvers who dedicate time and resources to Wyoming jade hunting have experience, skill, and a trained eye for the material. Wyoming jade hunting is not a tourist attraction, and it's certainly not advised to go by yourself. If you do decide to go, please be respectful of the land and recognize ahead of time that you might not find any jade. Always exercise safety when camping and hiking, and especially when driving. There's a good chance your car cannot handle this.
I just finished jade hunting in Wyoming, and it's very difficult. It is very satisfying when you find one, but it is not something to attempt without a guide or going with somebody who's been before. This is very difficult roads to traverse, very easy to get stuck. As a matter of fact, Shane and I did get stuck in his van, and we had to do some work to get unstuck.
I hope this gives you even more appreciation for Wyoming jade material, as hunting for it is not for the faint of heart. Thank you for watching this video. If you've enjoyed this, be sure to check out our videos of touring a jade mine in Guatemala and visiting Justin's jade carving workshop during the Monterey Bay Jade Festival.